I have to be honest, the title of today's episode is pretty clickbaity, but let me explain why. First of all, our lymphatic system is far less food focused and it's far more movement dependent. On top of that, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that most of us have perfectly fine functioning lymphatic systems. That being said, I know that personally when the words lymphatic drainage pique my curiosity, it's usually because I'm just looking to feel a little less puffy, and today's recipes will help you do that. They're really hydrating, which does indeed support lymphatic drainage, plus they're designed to increase gut motility and help you, eliminate a little bit better, which in my experience does make you feel less puffy. And in today's recipes, I'm really playing around with the presentation, the plating, the food styling. So I just think we're gonna have a lot of fun together. For course one, we're doing a beet tartare. It's served over a tangy protein whip, and it's served with a savory yuzu chia marmalade. Yum. For course two, we're doing a spin on the classic watermelon feta mint salad, except our version is gonna have way more protein, way more fiber, way fewer calories, and in my opinion, it's far more delicious. And then for course three, we're doing a chocolate brittle that's low-key a laxative disguised as a dessert, which yum, mama needs. Let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is steam our beets for the beet tartare. Can you roast them? Yes, of course you can roast them. Here's why I don't like to roast beets. Honestly, it's not that I don't like to roast beets, it's that I prefer steaming veggies when I can, because I've heard that steaming vegetables leads to fewer AGEs than a dry cooking method like roasting. So apparently that's good for anti-aging. I don't know. I'm just doing what I was told. But with beets in particular, I actually think they're low-key kind of better steamed, and they take far less time. So that's why we're gonna steam them. And I have 3 types of beets. You can use whatever you have access to. I know not everyone has access to all the rainbow beets, but we're doing classic red beets. These are chia beets, I think, candy stripe beets. I don't know if I pronounced that right at all. And these are flame badger beets. So I'm just gonna load them into my steaming basket. We'll steam them and then we'll revisit. I'll save this one actually. I'm saving one of the pink ones to use raw. Okay, while those beets steam, let's get our dessert going. So our chocolate brittle consists of just chocolate and shredded wheat, the cereal. The reason that we're doing this, and we're using this chocolate specifically, this has 2 grams of fiber per serving, and a serving is 15 grams, which I think is just a tablespoon's worth, which is alarming, but that's neither here nor there. So this already has fiber, and it's only sweetened by dates, which I love. Shredded wheat is a cereal that really never came across my desk until more recently. I think that's because I didn't grow up in America, but it's actually loaded with wheat bran, which is the richest source of insoluble fiber. And insoluble fiber is the type of fiber that increases gut motility. So I've just been incorporating it into my diet more, and I've really noticed that, things are moving a bit better for me. So we're just gonna melt the chocolate, dip the shredded wheat in. I might try decorating it. I don't know, we'll see what happens. That's it though. Wait, by the way, yesterday Ozzy was like, hey, I have to tell you something, you're gonna feel really dumb. He realized that I had put the tray in the microwave in the wrong direction, upside down, and we've been using it like that for God knows how many years. So it's fixed now, and every time I open the microwave, I'm like, I can't believe I didn't see this. You know the cover thing I use, the microwave splatter guard thing? It's literally covered in seaweed from my breakfast soup. It's actually so vile, I really need to clean it. Okay, I think this is ready. I haven't done this before, by the way. I've done chocolate covered Triscuits, which was one of the more delicious things I've ever had in my life. And Triscuits are similar. They're just, they have oil and stuff added to them. This is more just plain fiber. So I'd imagine it's gonna be a similar effect. We'll see. I mean, if it's not good, I'll let you know. You know, I'm always honest with you. I wonder if I can get a few in at a time, because this is kind of a soul-sucking process. If I have to go one at a time. I also think it could be cool if you crushed the Triscuits and then made like a flat kind of brittle. But I like the idea of doing it like this because it's so, you can just like pop one at a time or a few at a time. Like it's kind of great for portion control, which, you know, I have none. We're working on it. I have to say, I know not everyone eats gluten, so trigger warning, but my life has improved so drastically since I've reintroduced gluten. Like, not only is my pleasure so much higher, but also wheat has a lot of nutrients, including a lot of fiber and a lot of protein. And when it's not super, super processed, I really think it's really good for you. And I don't know. I personally think the gluten-free era is coming to an end or has come to an end, and I'm really here for it. Ooh, look at these. They're little twinsies. They're Siamese twins, adorable. When I was a kid, I feel like it was the first set of Siamese twins that we heard about. It was like really traumatizing for me. I don't know why. There were certain things that really kind of shaped my childhood fears. You know, the other day I realized that every single one of my fears is based on reality, in that like it's based on something that's happened to me. So lately, for example, I have this thing where I constantly think people are mad at me, and I don't know why it's just coming up, because like I have had a lot of life incidents where people were mad at me and I had literally no idea. The biggest one I can think of is in 2019, my two best friends from law school were mad at me for months, and I literally had no idea. Like I thought everything was fine. And that used to happen to me a lot in friendships where like someone was mad at me and I just had no idea, or even in romantic relationships. Like I remember in high school, I dated this guy and he was like constantly mad at me. And when I tell you I had no idea, and then that would make him even more mad that I had like no idea that he was mad at me. And I'm just like oblivious, thinking everything is fine between us. And he's just like fuming, about to break up with me because of like some dumb bullshit. So like, usually my fears are very much like rooted in reality, or I have a lot of household stuff, which is all rooted in reality. CEG, that time I accidentally made toxic fumes inside our household. Like they're all based in reality, other than one, which is actually my biggest fear, which is heights. That one's not, like, to my knowledge or recollection, nothing bad has ever happened to me with regards to heights. Oh, cars is another one. I'm really afraid in cars, but like, I've been in car accidents, not like super bad traumatic ones, but bad enough to be traumatic to me. Fear of heights is one that like, it doesn't follow the same trajectory for me. But what's interesting about it is the type of fear is also not the same. Like it doesn't feel the same for me. Like my fear of heights feels a little vertigo adjacent. These, by the way, are just like dried edible flowers. I'm literally just using them for decor and nothing else. It feels completely different. It feels more physiological. Like it's not like a mental fear. It's more so that I feel like I'm gonna fall. Like I just like I literally get dizzy. My knees get weak. It's like an Eminem song. Pause for laughter. Whereas my other fears are like looping, like they're thoughts, they're constant looping thoughts. Like, oh my God, what if he's mad at me? What if she's mad at me? What if this person's mad at me? What if I left the stove on by accident? What if there's like a gas leak? Like, it's a lot of what if thoughts. But heights, like there's no what if thoughts. Like I'm never like, what if I fall? It's more so like, I'm gonna fall. Like I'm physically gonna fall because my knees are gonna cave in. It's interesting. Maybe not to anyone but me, but it's interesting to me. Okay, I just feel like this kind of looks like shit, so I'm gonna abandon ship here. I'm gonna put these in the fridge, and then we'll move on to another part of this meal. Okay, while the beets finish steaming, which honestly the smaller ones are probably done and the bigger ones, I don't know, but I'm just letting it run because there's water left in the pot. And while the chocolate sets, let's prep our watermelon salad situation. Now, I was thinking it would be fun to serve it in the watermelon, so I'm just gonna trim this so it can stand kind of flat. And then I'll cut in half. Stunning. And honestly, it's not perfectly straight, but I don't hate it. Now I'm just gonna start balling it. So instead of doing watermelon, feta, and mint, we're doing watermelon. And I thought about using our Persian cheese from the Persian New Year's episode, the one that's feta style kind of, but I thought that this would be more fun, and it's so easy, like it's so easy, and it works out really nicely because watermelon's so hydrating, it really supports lymphatic drainage, and it's delicious. And it's still summer. Oh my God, it's so juicy. Wait, when you were in college, did you guys do like alcohol in watermelons, or was that a Southern thing? Which also, I feel like all my friends did it. I don't recall ever tasting it. Like, I don't really know what happens. I think you can almost do like a watermelon keg. You know, as I'm balling this, all the juices are coming up and it's really making me want to just like gulp it out. Oof. Anyway, I didn't even elaborate. So instead of doing feta, what we're gonna do is tofu, avocado, and chili crisp. And I really think it's gonna be delicious. And it works out nicely also because avocado has a lot of potassium, which is really good for fluid retention. For sure, when I get to the bottom of this, I'm just gonna drink the water out of it. Also, sorry if you can feel the fact that our floors are vibrating. It's because there's some construction going on either next door or right below us. The other morning, it was actually, I think, exactly a week ago, Ozzy and I were planning on sleeping in. We had been out the night before. At 8 a.m. on the dot, it sounded like they were drilling into our brains. Like, it was so crazy. Okay. I feel like I've made enough of a hole here to be able to fill it with ingredients, so I'm gonna stop. I am gonna try to drink out the liquid though. It's so good. Okay, so I'm using this tofu. It's the Whole Foods, extra firm. We know her, we love her. I'm gonna try to use the melon baller to make balls of this too, because I think it'll be cute. By the way, Ozzy and I are watching Interstellar right now, which it's like we've been working on it for, I feel like 3 nights now, and we're still not done. I can really take this out of the wrapping. I don't know why I left it in there. It's the Whole Foods 365 extra firm tofu, by the way, if you didn't see. I think it is one of, if not the best firm tofu out there. Just saying. Anyway, we've been working on it for several nights now. I think that more movies should consider being TV shows. I'm just gonna say. And I was thinking about this a lot last night. I think that when they adapt books to movies, they should do more books to TV shows instead. So Project Hail Mary was like maybe my favorite book that I've read. And we watched the movie, which I loved. I thought they did a good job. And even though, you know, certain things were different in the book, I thought that they made the right choices when they adapted it. Like sometimes, I know a common complaint when you watch a movie that you've read the book of is like, well, this was different in the book, this was different in the book. I think that some things have to be different. And I think that Gone Girl is a good illustration of it. I thought Gone Girl was like such a good book, but I thought the movie was too much like the book. And I think that there are things they could have changed that would have made the movie better. But I think it's because the author wrote the screenplay, or like the author was like too involved in the making of the movie. Anyway, in Project Hail Mary, the things that they changed I thought were the right choices. By the way, I can't wait to eat this like leftover block of tofu that weirdly has holes all over it. It reminds me of, you know, like the memes of parents who are like just like eating a bunch of sandwich crusts for lunch. It's kind of like that. Anyway, I thought they made the right choices. However, I also think that if they had just made it into a TV show instead of a book, or same with Harry Potter, right? Like Harry Potter books are so much better. Oh, love to see it. So much better than the movies. And it's because the movies omit so much stuff that actually makes the story make way more sense. And I think that if it had been a TV show, which I know for a while they were working on it, are they still doing it, or did What's-Her-Face ruin all of our fun by being transphobic? I think she's problematic for other reasons too, but I know she's transphobic and we are very pro-trans in this household, so it's not really gonna work for me. And it sucks because she was so liberal. Remember when she was going toes with Trump on Twitter? Good times. Anyway, I feel like if they had made Project Hail Mary into like a one-season limited series TV show, it would have been so much better. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of reaching the capacity of what I can get from this avocado. The last thing I'm gonna do for this recipe, I truly don't know what to do with this block of tofu. Like, I'm gonna eat it, obviously, but it just looks so silly. I'm gonna cover this avocado. Wait, I just wanna show you how pretty this looks. Cute. The tofu looks best, low-key. Buy a melon baller for your tofu, who knew? I'm just gonna chop up some Thai basil for the top instead of the mint. But we are gonna add mint flowers from my mom's garden, which very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna move this shit and then we're gonna do something else. I can't remember what right now. Oh, I would imagine we're prepping all our stuff for the beet tartare. Yes, that is it. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, let's talk our beet dish. So this is our tangy protein whip. I honestly don't know what to call it. It's a little bit sour cream adjacent, I guess, but it's very rich in protein and not loaded with saturated fat. So it's one package of the extra firm Morinu silken tofu, 4 tablespoons of, hold on, let me show you. I used this yogurt, the Coco June organic Greek style cultured yogurt, plain unsweetened. This is what I've been using for yogurt these days. It's the best balance of flavor and macros that I've found. So it's 4 tablespoons of that, 3 tablespoons of white miso, 1 tablespoon onion powder, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 2 pitted medjool dates, and then you want to do between 1 and 4 tablespoons sherry vinegar. I would recommend starting with 1 and gradually increasing. I used 4, but I like things really, really tart, especially with beets. I find that they counteract the earthiness and the sometimes excessive sweetness of beets. I think they're really, really delicious. So there's that. And then let's talk our savory yuzu chia marmalade. So I have to say, chia seeds are so good for you, right? They're so rich in nutrients. They're really good for elimination. They have a lot of fiber in them. But I don't love like a sweet chia pudding. Like it's not that I don't like it. It has its time and place, but I genuinely think chia seeds taste better in savory contexts, and I love this. So all I did for it, it's so simple. I did 2 tablespoons chia seeds. These are white chia seeds. When I filmed it, I used black chia seeds. I wanted to see if they'd look different. Nutritionally, they're virtually identical, and they really didn't. For some reason, the black chia seeds look just like this in this. I can show it to you. 1 ounce yuzu juice, which is the same thing as 2 tablespoons, and I use this yuzu juice, by the way, I'll link it, and 2 ounces, which is the same as 4 tablespoons coconut aminos. You just want to mix it. But the thing with this is you're gonna have to reshake the jar over and over and over again. Otherwise, the chia seeds don't distribute evenly. I'll grab the black one so you can see. So I did these more recently. See how they're not gelling as evenly? It's because I haven't taken it out to shake it as many times. But like, it virtually looks the same. Whatever, so yeah, we're just gonna use this today. And then I don't think there's anything else to explain. Oh, for the plating, I got these little mini pipettes. I thought it would be cute to do a little pipette of yuzu juice in the serving dish, and then you can just like add more yuzu juice as you want, because I really like tartness with my beets. So let's grab the beets, let's get to slicing, and then we'll get to plating and eating. Oof, it's steamy in there. Okay, these are pretty hot. Also, I love that I'm wearing all white with like notoriously the most staining thing ever. Also, something fun about me is I don't often peel my beets. I know that's kind of crazy. I wash them really, really well. Like I really scrub them. I just find the peeling process to be incredibly annoying, and so I just skip it, and it makes me eat beets far more often, so that's where I'm at with that. Also, in case you care, the initial plan for this episode was to do kind of a stacked, look how beautiful that is, a stacked kind of tartare aesthetic, much like we did for the strawberry tartare, like kind of a mini tower situation. However, at last second, I changed my mind and I decided to do what we're gonna do instead, which I would imagine is gonna be a surprise, although I would imagine my editor may have put in a little preview in the intro, so maybe you already know. Again, biggest knife in the world on the most comically small cutting board. Why? Couldn't tell ya. Wow, these did not cook to be pink at all. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna store the cut half on the red beet just for like a minute or two and see if it can get some color. And then I do wanna do a bit of the raw beet. Oh, so that's why it didn't cook to be pink, because this batch of beets is not all that pink. Yeah, see, when they're raw, they have this like really beautiful candy stripe aesthetic, but these don't really have it that much, so that explains a lot. Okay. Well, now we know. I kind of want to cut into another one of the chia, which I, again, don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, beets, to see if any of them are more pink than this one. Also, when you steam them, the skins do kind of peel off easily. So when they do peel off easily, I peel them off, but otherwise I don't even bother. See what I'm doing here? This is purely for aesthetics, by the way. And what I like to do when I steam them ahead of time is I'll chop everything up add a little yuzu juice or lemon juice and have them all in the same bowl and everything kind of like leaches color. Let's see what this one looks like. More pink. Okay, let's just get to plating because we're practically there anyway. Okay, so I'm using this adorable little glass and I'm just gonna spoon some of this protein whip on the bottom. And then I'm gonna take some of our red beets. I'm gonna layer some in here and then add a bit more of the protein whip. And then add more beets. These are the ones that I stained with the red beets. I'm just gonna slice them so they fit in this cup. So you can see the difference between where it was stained and where it wasn't stained. I'm gonna cut a pretty thin slice of a red beet. Just because they're so dark, I feel like they don't do much for us aesthetically, but a very thin slice will. Maybe we add that there. And then maybe like the tip of that or something. Oh my God, Sam's being so cute. I'm gonna crush a couple of things of shredded wheat, just so we have some crunch on this. And you do want to do this right before serving, otherwise it gets soggy. Oh great, I covered all the yellow ones. Okay, we'll spoon in some of our yuzu chia. Oh, that smells so good. And then I think that cilantro always pairs well with beets. I have some cilantro flowers, but obviously you can just use cilantro. Maybe a bit of garlic flower in here. And then let's do a pipette. We're just gonna put that right there. Wait, is this the cutest thing in the world? I feel like I need some photos. Okay, I think this is adorable, right? I'm sorry, but this has gotta be just the cutest thing in the world. Actually, Ozzy saw it and thought it was dessert. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's just our savory dish. Like, okay, I'm gonna add my yuzu juice because like I said, I like my beets a little more tart. I mean, I think this is such an adorable way to present or serve something. Hold on, I need a spoon. So I wanna really get some yuzu chia and some of the crunchies and just like get all the layers. That's insane. That is hands down, the best beet dish I've ever had in my life. Also, I love how, like, when I put the red ones underneath, it's now created this, like, beautiful ombre vibe. In the interest of not just, like, sitting here and eating all day, let's plate our watermelon salad and the rest of our meal. Okay, so I'm gonna put a lot of the watermelon back in, which just feels like a fantastic waste of time, but it is what it is. I guess most hobbies kind of feel like a waste of time, you know? I'm putting the uglier bits on the bottom, and then we'll do the prettier bits on the top. Okay, as we're getting higher, it's getting kind of increasingly attractive, I'd say. Okay. It's so easy with the tofu balls because like they're all pretty. And let's add some of these avo balls too. Okay, I think that looks decent. Let's add some of our shredded Thai basil. Oh, and look at that, it looks like shit. What happened? Okay. Coming together a bit. We'll add some chili crisp. Oh, that smells so good. I just feel like there's few things in the world that aren't made better by chili crisp. Might do a bit of corn flour for extra vibes. And I think that's it. I think that looks beautiful. What do you think? Should I take a photo? Oh, I forgot. I have mint flowers from my mom's garden. So we're just gonna throw some of these in as an ode to the dish that we're recreating, which is a classic watermelon feta mint salad. That is insane. It's time to eat. I don't even know, like, should I do it with chopsticks? Should I do, oh, I have to take this back off if I'm doing chopsticks. Maybe I'll go chopsticks and I'll grab a bit of everything in one bite. So a bit of avo, mint, chili crisp, tofu. Okay, that's feeling like a really big bite. I think I need a spoon. It's too much. But also, do I really want to take a bite this big? Yeah, I do, because I want all the layers. Let me tell you something right now. What you've been missing out on your whole life is watermelon plus chili crisp. Trust me, it's the combo you need. Plus Thai basil. Insane. I can't stop. I have to say, so far, this is one of my favorite meals I've had. You just have to get the ratios right. Like, you need quite a bit of chili crisp, especially coating the tofu because the tofu is plain. And you want like equal amounts avocado and watermelon. I didn't do that because, like, you know, it's aesthetics focused here, but this is insane. Okay, one more bite and then we're doing our dessert. Fuck me, that's good. Okay, these are so cute. I'm so excited to eat them. I really hope they have a good crunch. Also, I did the math because I weighed out the chocolate and I counted the shredded wheat. These have about 18-ish calories per bite and close to a gram of fiber, which is pretty nuts for something this small to have close to a gram of fiber. Okay, let's pick one and let's eat it. Adorable. That's exactly what I was going for. Good crunch, chocolatey. They're really, really nice. I think this is the perfect end to the perfect meal. Thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun hanging out with you. You know the drill. Rate, review, subscribe. Let me know if you made something. Tag me, all the things. Love ya. We're gonna hang out next week. Bye. Who knew that the most offensive thing about me isn't the fact that I say cunt every third word? It's my Vancouver.